Yeah, I know. If I just did all my episodes like that, I'd probably get more views and followers and appeal to this soundbite, short attention span generation. But this is a documentary of sorts, so where was I? So we left off here in Bodega Bay, California, where I had been dropped off by the second of two female rides in a row, which is pretty rare when it comes to hitchhiking, if you can imagine. The next day I got a ride from this fine gentleman jamming to the Grateful Dead. He was in the area on vacation with his wife. From, I don't remember, but I think his name was Dave. I will try to do a better job at collecting details about these people I come across on this adventure. He dropped me off here, and I forget the name of this place, so as you can see, I need to do the same when it comes to locations. But this is where I met a little black bird, and we hung out and talked about the world for a while. This is Savine. She was the third woman to pick me up on this trip so far. She was a cool chick with an accent, but I can't seem to remember where she's from. You'd think you'd remember these things. She was taking the scenic route back to where she lived, and I got a pretty long ride out of it. Oh look, bug spatter. She turned the car around at one point and said, "Ooh, I want to show you something cool." And took me here to this awesome little cabin chapel thing that for some reason reminds me of the Sorting Hat. Her and I were very like-minded as well, and interested in the same things when it came to travel and making documentaries. I meet so many like-minded people traveling this way. I just wish I could spend more time with some of them. I hope I see her again someday. So, our last ride got us to Anchor Bay. She went a little bit further than she was planning on going. We're gonna hang out here for a bit. Look at that. That's sick. You gotta love California. You gotta love the West Coast. It's probably not a good idea to camp here on the beach. I'm considering it, or I might find a spot up there in the woods. Okay, that'll be the last time that I go to sleep without that cover on. Okay, I said I'd explain what's up with this guy and why I'm still in the truck when he's obviously drinking and driving. He was on his way back from a 20-mile ride to the liquor store. He asked if I minded if he opened his first beer of the day. I said sure, simple as that. 3 fun facts about Bud. He drives every day to the liquor store in the next town because he got 86'd from the one in his. Never left home, and his ex-girlfriend broke his nose with a Bible. I'm not making fun, I'm just having fun, people. Don't judge strangers. Look at this dog over here. And this is Judy, the 4th woman to pick me up in 2 days. What is going on with this area? Unfortunately, this is the only video I could find of her, which makes me very sad because she turned out to be my first host. It happened. I got a host. So the post office that I was in front of in Manchester The lady that works there, she was closing up, and she saw that I was there for like an hour at least, and she offered for me to, well, she offered to give me a ride. And then on the way she said, well, I could either drop you off over here or you stay at my place. And this is their place, and they host bicyclists quite often. Judy moved back home to take care of her father, who is 91 years old but doesn't look a day over 75. Her mother, who has passed, actually designed this eco-friendly house. The greenhouse is part of the house, and the wall between opens and closes. They leave it open during the day as it slowly heats up the house, and close it at night to keep the heat in. Genius. Above the greenhouse are solar panels to take care of the electricity and the water heater and more. I've never seen anything like it, and the randomness of me ending up here is just mind-blowing. But I didn't stay in the super cool house. She's hosted hundreds of bicyclists that make their way up the coast every year. They stay out back in this trailer, which I prefer because I had the place to myself for the most part. It was a bit of a mess, but it was luxury to me after the last couple weeks. I was finally able to take a hot shower, use the stove, running water, a bed, a hot tub, laundry, Wi-Fi. It's easy to forget and take for granted the things we have grown accustomed to. I ended up staying for 3 days. I insisted on doing some weed abatement for them and helped their neighbor figure out where their dogs were getting out, something they had been trying to figure out for a long time. Sorry, Aslan. On the second night, these two brothers from France stayed. They were bicycling from Mexico to Canada. We got to hang out for a while. These are great guys, and they have their own YouTube show. Okay, so I have two new friends from France. We got
Thibaut.
Yeah.
Thibaut.
Pierre.
Pierre. I bet you most people remember your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
We are traveling from Cancun, Mexico to Vancouver because we want to go to Whistler, ride the best place on earth for mountain bike.
And check out their channel. It's
Into the Ride.
Into the Ride. Yes. See you again. Seriously, check out their show. These guys are crazy mountain bikers. And there they go. Well, this here is Sparkles. Every night they invited me in for dinner, and every dinner was delicious. I kinda didn't want to leave, but I was back on the road in no time. Oh, looks like I didn't get to introduce you to the love of my life and the ride I was waiting for. Well, next time then. Until then, I got 3 words for you. Motorhome, cat, hippies.